Hello and welcome to the Observe Conversations channel. I am VR Sampath, retired IPS, aka Sampath Ramanujan MFA. For more details, click the link below. Please subscribe and click the bell icon. Thank you. Let's get into the topic for the day. Today we are going to talk about the third force. Humanity lacks the third force, says Gurdjieff. What is third force? What are first and second forces? It's because of our lack of this force, humanity meanders and dies. It's seldom able to reach its goal as intended to start with. We blame others, the circumstances, God, and everything outside of us for our failures. We are not able to see the reason within ourselves because we are third force blind. We see positive and negative currents but not the neutral. Let me explain. We begin with a wish, say a New Year resolution that I want to exercise daily for 1 hour. This wish constitutes the first force or active force set in motion. You start exercising. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Then you start slowing down. You think 1 hour is too much. Let's do it for only 45 minutes. What happened here? Lethargy set in. This is the second force or passive force, exactly opposite to the first force. Many people fall for the second force, forget the first, and stop exercising after a while. Meaning, the first and the second forces cancel each other and you stand at zero. Remember Newton's third law. They are equal but opposite. Then comes another wish, another second force, and our fall. That's how we meander through life until the very end. What do we do? When you set in motion the first force and encounter the second or opposing force, you bring in a third force or a neutralizing force. This will prevent the second force from cancelling the first, your wish, and carry it through to the end and you succeed. Why the second opposing force succeeds in cancelling your wish, the first force? Because you fail to bring in the right amount of the third force to overcome the passive force and tilt the balance towards your wish. For instance, in the above example of exercise, you do it with full vigor for a few days and start wilting. Now, you bring in your willpower as the third force. I have to do this. A few more days and the willpower goes down. And finally, one day, the third force becomes zero and so is your wish. You sit in the couch, drinking Coke and eating popcorn and the treadmill is still. You need a work to be done with a government office, say getting an electrical connection. You give an application, first force. The government employee says no because of several reasons, the second and the opposing force. You refill the application and resubmit. The willpower, one kind of third force. He still refuses, citing another reason. Second force is stronger. You offer bribe. He accepts and your job is through. This is bribe as the third force. If he is offended, he gets you arrested. Third force gone wrong. Bribe is corruption and against society. You are liable to be punished. Or you bring in another third force of contact. An influential person intervenes on your behalf. Your job gets done, like a godfather. You repay that favor when demanded in some other shape. So it goes on. In our example of exercising, when we find our third force of willpower weak, we need to innovate. We introduce a reward system as the third force. We reward ourselves with an energy drink if we complete 1 hour of exercise. Voila! We have mastered the art of third force. A word of encouragement serves as the third force. A praise serves the same purpose. You see people praising you when you are in power in order to get a favor. Once done or once you lose power, they vanish. God could be a source or good source of third force. You wish for something and want to avoid second force by avoiding the thought that you are doing it but leaving it to God. This is the secret behind the concept of surrender. The quality of surrender is more important than the quality of where or to whom you surrender. It may be God or Guru or even a piece of stone depicted as God you find in temples. Still, God is only a third force. The first force has to come from you. That is why they say you have to do your best and leave the rest to Him. A lazy man who is lying in bed all day neither produces the first nor gets the third as first and second forces are missing. God cannot help such a man. Do you see the point? Gurdjieff reiterates the importance of self-remembering in this context. We act unconsciously in life. Rather, we react. In fact, we react to life. By remembering oneself, you overcome this problem. Imagine a pendulum swinging from one side to the other. The middle point is where it comes to rest. That state is psychologically called the state of self-remembering. This point is where the third force enters. When exactly you are set to achieve this state, you look at the starry night sky. A sense of awe overtakes you. This sense or feeling may be equated to the state I am referring to. A prayer set from your personality of everyday living cannot produce third force. On the other hand, if prayer is said from the essence with emotion, the force is produced. That's what we call God's grace. Thank you.